Hey there, folks. So, welcome to let's just make sure this is dated correctly. It isn't, but hey, there it is. The May Gamer Block rated E for everyone unboxing. Why am I calling it May? Because I'm looking at a damn ticket on the back that says May. So, if you've clicked on the wrong video, hey, I'm sorry. It sucks to be you. Thanks for the click. Bye. If you've been watching these for a while, you know as well as I do, I have this like love-hate relationship. I kind of feel like Nerd Block in particular, if you watch like adult dramas, where you have the main character who is just self-destructive in every way, shape, and form, yet that main character has someone on the cast who just loves them, who's just not giving up on them, who endures all of the self-destructive bullshit. That's kind of my relationship with Nerd Block as a company right now. I had someone subscribe to my videos last night, and I did a reciprocal subscription and kind of watched a couple of the videos. If anything else, I've never really watched other people's unboxing videos. It's the same way that I have a background in creative writing. I did my undergraduate, my BA in creative writing at Florida State, and one of the reasons why I didn't really like to read other people's stuff was I didn't kind of want to subconsciously swipe things that they were doing. So I never really watched a lot of unboxing videos, at least until I kind of got my vibe here. I've been doing these for like 4 years now. So now that I kind of have my vibe and I kind of have everything together, I'm kind of looking around. So the one that I clicked on was actually this person's comic block for June of 2016. And the very first thing that he opened with is like, holy shit, we've been saying the exact same thing. Nerd Block is on a slide. The boxes don't seem inspired. The boxes just aren't exciting. There was a point in time, even like a year and a half ago, when I got a Nerd Block product, man, it was like a moment of excitement. It's like, holy shit, it's here, it's here, it's here. But now I'm like, holy shit. But I'm not. So it used to be, holy shit, it's here. Now I'm like, holy shit, please don't suck. Nerd Block, I can kind of summarize over-reliance on plastic statues, in particular Funko Pops, commercial shit that you can get off the shelf. One of the things that I really like is when I get a good box, there's some inspired stuff in there. Somebody sat down and said, what can we make? And I think that's kind of where this really comes down to. What can we make? Not so much what can we buy on liquidation and put in, but what can we make to include in the box? What kind of exclusives? And, they're kind of skirting the line by finding stuff that's going into production and talking to the makers, hey, will you make this exclusive variant for us? So, they can say, hey, look, here's an exclusive when, it's something that you can buy on the shelf that just has a different color scheme on it. Again, I keep coming back to the saga of the multi-passes from, I think it was 2 years ago at this point in time, when both Loot Crate and Nerd Block handed multi-passes out with, from the Fifth Element, within like 3 months of each other. So the other big problem is, and this is a Nerd Block specific problem. I keep thinking back to an episode of The Facts of Life. I'm one of those kids from the 80s. I grew up watching the show. I kind of basically grew up with the actresses. I remember, we're all about the same age. I think most of them maybe, at least their characters, 2 or 3 years older than I am. But every Saturday night, I'd watch The Facts of Life. When it went into syndication, come home after school, it was like, afternoon of cartoons, and then towards the end, around 6 o'clock, The Facts of Life would come on. And I say that because there was one episode in particular where Joe is making pizza, and she has her mother's recipe. and Joe's Pizzas become a hit on campus. Everybody wants to order the pizzas. And, instead of actually saying, I can't make them for you, I have quality standards to keep in mind, she decides to start cutting corners. So in other words, she's no longer making the dough. She buys frozen dough. And of course, the frozen dough is freezer burned. Instead of using fresh cheese, she's using frozen cheese. Instead of fresh artichoke hearts, canned artichoke hearts. And eventually, there's a scene where, Mrs. Garrett comes in and tries one of the pieces of pizza and just calls Joe out on her shit. You've gotten too big, you're cutting corners. And, that's always kind of been my issue with Nerd Block. They are getting too big, they are cutting corners. And I say that because earlier this week, in my email box, so first of all, Gamer Block used to be called Arcade Block, and it was kind of the big generic compendium of all things related to gaming. Well, I think it was about 6 months ago, they decided, hey, let's take, and the other thing is, Arcade Block used to have the coolest ass boxes, too. The old Arcade Block boxes looked like an 8-bit NES, man. The first time I ever got an Arcade Block in the mail, I just gushed about that. I'm like, this is cool, this is creative, this is awesome. Then they decided that they were going to take Arcade Block and they were going to spin it off into 2 different blocks. There was going to be Gamer Block, rated E for everyone, which is basically kind of a majority of the old Arcade Block stuff. But there was also going to be Gamer Block, rated M for mature. So you take a perfectly viable block line and you split it up, which means you're splitting creative attention, you're splitting product, you're splitting other things, you're diluting it down. Now, I also say that because in terms of creativity, about 4 or 5 months ago, Nerd Block decided they were going to start pandering to the military crowd. And I say that quite literally, pandering. My father-in-law was a Navy dentist. So I don't say this to be disrespectful, but I think, in American culture these days, we kind of have this military fetish. We're all supposed to run around, thank you for your service, thank you for your service, thank you for your service. And I think Nerd Block is trying to capitalize on that. So they announced they were going to launch Valor Block, a military theme. And again, a lot of the people that I know who served, I just mentioned the fact that I have a creative writing degree. I taught college creative writing for 10 years before I transitioned into IT. And when I was teaching creative writing, I would have students who served in the military write memoirs. And, I can assure you that at least the students that I had in my classes who were writing memoirs, they were trying to reconcile and put their military experience behind them. They didn't want to constantly be reminded of it. So, but hey, here comes Nerd Block, They launched Valor Block, which was a military-themed block. And I say that because a couple days ago, they decided that they were going to split Valor Block. No, they weren't splitting it. They were doing 3 branches off of the main Valor Block. So there's big Valor Block, military stuff. But now you can get a Valor Block for each branch of the military. I think 3. I think Army, Navy, and Air Force. But anyway, I say that because, again, going back to the facts of life metaphor, Nerd Block is diluting the hell out of their creativity. They're diluting the hell out of their product. And a lot of the boxes are starting to suck. And that kills me because I used to really, really, really enjoy getting these boxes, but now it's just like, God damn. I keep getting crap boxes, and I keep asking myself, why am I subscribing? Why am I subscribing? Why am I subscribing? One of my partners who used to subscribe to both Loot Crate and Nerd Block told me recently that he was cutting his subscriptions just because the stuff that was coming in was shit. And it kind of kills me, because I really enjoy getting these. I don't get to get out to cons a lot, because of what I've been doing with, both my professional life and my schooling to get my master's degree. I didn't have time to be in geek space a lot. I cut my comic collecting 2 years ago. So for me, getting these is kind of like that little care package from the very nerdy parent. And the problem is, man, I look at these and they suck and they suck and they suck and they suck. And I'm like, why am I still getting these? So I've been ranting for 10 minutes before I have even gotten into the contents of this blog. So I have put this out. Every time I make a blog, I always go to the maker's website and link it. And Sci-Fi Block, bless their little hearts, they were so thin-skinned, they blocked me from making comments on their page. Nerd Block, at least, hasn't blocked me, but I don't think anybody's really watching these and getting any feedback. If you watch my gentleman's related stuff, if you look at the comment section, you'll see when I post a Spreza box, usually somebody from Spreza goes in there and says, hey, we watched your video, good feedback. When I post a gentleman's box, somebody from Gentleman's Box goes in and says, hey, we watched your video, thank you for the feedback. Even Spreza, Birchbox, if you watch my videos, you know right now, man, Birchbox is kind of in a similar position. You used to be awesome, I used to love you, but now, why the fuck am I keeping you on my credit card, capping me for $20 a month? Even they will occasionally go in and say, hey, we watched your video, but like I've been trying to post these to Nerd Block, and it's just like, oh, well, fuck you, peon. So I'm really hoping it doesn't get to the point where I have to cut these, because I really do enjoy the good ones. The problem is there are just so few that are coming in. So now that I've gone on for almost 12 minutes, let us see what is in this, and let's see if I actually got one of the good ones this month. So, opening up, oh boy, here we go. Cliche number 1. If you have a bingo card, you're going to put an X in on something. Let's see what we have here. So, this is, okay, it's a collapsible side window shade. I can't see what it is, but we're going to fix that. And the other thing is, if you've seen me make these videos before, I should probably shut up as I'm going through the cellophane. I always do these live. I always pay for these out of my own pocket. So in other words, oh, shit, really? Okay, first of all, so I'll have to watch the video and see where the other where the other suction cup flew off to. Oh, god damn it, guys. All right, well, I should reserve judgment. So right now, check your Nerd Block Cliche Bingo cards, because, hey, look, it's a Legend of Zelda item. I've consistently said, they have a couple franchises that they just abuse. Literally abuse. Zelda is one. Doctor Who is another. Video games, it's 2017. Video games, kind of in their modern form, have been around 40 years now. Space Invaders. From Space Invaders all the way up to 2017, there are so many franchises that we can tap. But, like, Zelda is their 2 a.m. booty call. It just, let's do something, and instead of thinking about old classic franchises, even Nintendo in general, man, Nintendo is so much more than just Mario. There's so much that you could tap with Nintendo. More than Mario, more than Zelda. So anyway, what can we do? Oh, let's do a Legend of Zelda item. Great, because I really need the fucking Triforce on something else. Seriously. So it's like, not impressed so far. And the damn shades just collapsed open on me again. All right, so let's see what our next thing is. So I see a tumbler. Oh, look. Hey, not one, not two, spoiler alert, 3 Zelda things, because I saw a fucking Triforce on the t-shirt when I opened it up. Let's see here. So the piece of paper that I'm about to open has the Nintendo seal. At this point in time, I'm just bracing for more Zelda shit. Maybe this is like God's practical joke on me or something. Let's see. Holy shit! Wait! Wow! Whoa! NerdBlock put out a Nintendo product that's not Zelda. Holy shit! Look, and it's a poster for Super Mario 3. It is a very tightly rolled up poster that if I did decide to frame it, I would have to get a very tight frame for it. I'm not feeling this box so far. I'm not feeling a damn thing in this box so far. So 2 Zelda items in. Let's see what we have here. So we got the game. Fragments of Him. A narrative game played in the first person. The story revolves around a tragic accident and the life of the victim and his loved ones before and after. So I guess somebody's kind of looking to cash in on the whole Gone Home thing. One of the complaints, and again, I will say, Geek Fuel always excels at this. Look at all this packaging. Paper, paper, paper. For a Steam card. Really? Do we really need to do this? All this wasted packaging just for a Steam card that we could put in? Now, I get it. Probably what they're going to say is, well, some of our customers throw the card away because they don't look at it. Translation, some of your customers are stupid, and if they throw the code away, bad on them. But really, this is going to go straight in the trash. Come on, guys. Looking, 2 more things. So it just says Portal Series 2. I don't know if it's Cubes and Spheres. I get that. And the box has hidden my knife. I'm just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Pull the tape away. There we go. As I try to open and try to open and try to open and try to open, and it is a bird's nest with something inside it. Now, I will own. I have Portal on my Steam account, but I haven't played it that much. Before I went back to grad school, I was primarily a World of Warcraft player, and since I've had very little time to play to begin with, in the 1 week since I officially finished up classes and got the green light for graduation, I have only just gotten my Steam account. I actually bought, my gift for myself was a new gaming PC. So what I'm also in the process of doing is like putting all my old Steam games on the hard drive. So I don't know what the significance of the Nest. Oh, there it is. It says Potat OS in Nest with Crow. So I'm not sure the significance of it, but Portal is kind of on my list of games to play. I may even get around to it this summer. Hell, by the time I get this done and uploaded, I may jump onto Steam and do it tonight. And so here's an interaction opportunity. If you watch my videos, in particular right now you're watching Gaming Block, if you want to reach out to me on Steam, I will give you my Steam ID. Grab me on Steam as Fat Baja. FATBADJAH. Just let me know you saw me in the video. You can see my terribly cliched middle-aged guy game collection, and yeah, reach out. Again, I'm trying to do these for interactivity, so why not? So let's take a look at the last thing. And again, you kind of heard me groan because right there, I haven't even gotten into it. There's a fucking Triforce. It's like, I get it. Zelda's a popular franchise. But we reach a point in time where we just have a certain degree of overkill. And, like I said, Here's something you could do, Nerd Block. This is 20 minutes long. A, you're not going to watch it. You're probably not watching it, but just so I have the marker in place to say I called this when it happened. God, about a year or so ago, you announced that you were doing a Doctor Who block just because you kept putting so much Doctor Who shit in all your... Break down and do a fucking Zelda block, guys. Seriously? So at least that way, I know that when I open your boxes, I can at least check one of the things off of the bingo card. I know I'm probably not going to get a Zelda item, so at this point in time, I just have to worry about whether I'm going to get a shitty Funko Pop item or not. So, pretty underwhelming. Not much here, no excitement whatsoever. I'm now 21 minutes into the video. I spent the first half just kind of complaining about the company in general, and the second half just kind of validated all that. So, your gamer block E for everyone for May is the Zelda shirt, presented in lovely 3XL. The Portal Series 2 POT, I don't know, is it potatoes? Potat OS. OS is capitalized, so, operating system. In a Nest with Crow. We have the Zelda tumbler that I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do with. We have the Super Mario 3 poster. They're breaking away from their Zelda addiction, thank God. We have the fragments of him, which I will put on my Steam account and download onto Steam probably tonight. And then finally, once I stop the video, I will actually go hunting to find the other suction cup. We have the Legend of Zelda window shades. So, there we go, folks. That is your May 2017 Gamer Block E for everyone. As usual, if you want to interact, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to see these presented on a regular basis, if you want to interact with me, now that grad school is over, I'm actually trying to be more interactive with people, so please feel free to leave a comment, and I will engage whatever comment you leave me appropriately. Finally, like I said, if you're watching this, you may be into gaming, so if you want to grab me on Steam, Fatbadja, FATBADJAH is my Steam handle. So, until June, when hopefully we see maybe a better block from Nerd Block for Gamer Block, be good to each other, and stay safe.